Surprise! Kash Patel had a trip to Chicago planned. Because of work. Work like his girlfriend, an alleged country singer, who had a show at a music festival. But of course, judging by her performance at that 250th, it could also be an attempt to evacuate the festival by mimicking Chicago's emergency alert system. I kid. I can't sing, so who am I to judge, other than a guy who gives his opinion on the internet. But for Kash Patel, the plan was always to go see her and then maybe swing by a field office for the FBI while he was in town, to at least look like he's doing his real job. But then before he could leave, Friday night, the White House called and Patel canceled his trip. Was he in trouble? Was he finally getting called out for all of his lavish spending? Nope. Donald Trump asked him to defile some amendments, specifically the First Amendment. So Kash Patel spent the next 8 hours running a leak investigation, not from FBI headquarters where you'd think the FBI director might do his work, but get this, he was doing it oddly from inside the White House itself. Weird. And why the investigation? Because the New York Times reported that Trump's new Qatari donated Air Force One, that $400 million gift, doesn't have the same security equipment as his old plane. It wasn't safe to fly when he keeps bragging that he's Iran's #1 target. So, in turn, Trump was really, really embarrassed by the story. That fancy new jet he's bragging about isn't up to snuff. So he ended up switching back to his old plane mid-trip in Europe. So instead of, fixing the plane, the administration's first priority was to find out who told the truth and then punish them for it. So in yet another chilling desecration of our Constitution, by Friday night, several New York Times reporters had subpoenas demanding that they testify before a grand jury. Kash Patel posted online afterwards that the fake news will find out why soon. Very reassuring. Very not ominous at all. I'm so sorry we spoiled your time with your girlfriend there. And then to make this ominous feeling a little bit more, jackboot-esque, on Monday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced he's got a brand new joint task force with the Justice Department. And this task force is specifically built to identify and prosecute media leaks. Hegseth saying access to confidential and secret information is a sacred trust. I want you to remember who's saying that. The man who accidentally added a magazine editor to a Signal group chat where officials were discussing live attack plans before the attack happened. The man who leaked actual real-time war plans in an unsecure group chat is now the big tough guy hunting down the leakers. And look, honestly, I do understand national security concerns, and I get that the press can sometimes have an adversarial role. But this is overstepping by a mile. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Where do you draw the line in this battle that's been going on for many, many years, the First Amendment versus national security? It has been a major issue for a long time, so where's the line? But frankly, if the commander-in-chief and his cabinet actually cared about national security leaks, maybe they should start fixing their own mistakes, like the guy who's tweeting stuff out or putting stuff in group chats. By the way, Hegseth also mentioned that George Washington himself battled leaks.
George Washington himself battled leaks, insider threats, and espionage.
Sure. I'm really sure that Washington also didn't have a rage-filled defense secretary who put invasion timestamps in a Signal thread with a journalist in it. But honestly, this isn't about a specific leak. This is about controlling the narrative of the press, and it has been the goal since day one. When you are an administration that is constantly failing, constantly lying, and constantly putting our nation's very core existence on the line, I hope to God that reporters call you on it. And that is something that Trump or Hegseth or Stephen Miller or the rest of the White House clan can't stand. They don't get to spout their alternative facts if the press keeps reporting the truth. This has been the plan all along, to handcuff the press, removing White House access, removing Pentagon access, giving preference to these fringe conspiracy theorists. This open hostility towards reporters. And it is all part of the plan to make sure that Americans only get to hear one truth, and that is Trump's version. And this fits a pattern we've talked about for 20 plus years. Corporate media keeps consolidating, like Paramount buying up CBS and CNN. And then everyone else is chasing the same advertiser dollars and kissing their butts. And now the few people that are still willing to hold this administration accountable are getting subpoenaed for doing their damn jobs. So hit that notification button, especially if you didn't see this story covered anywhere near as hard on the channels owned by the same 6 damn companies that keep buying each other out.